What we heard this morning is that there is a lot of innovation, and if you look at the participants that are here and sharing their experience, Europe-based innovation is massive. It's existing, it is being deployed. The one challenge is that how we scale that up. One of the things that we've heard is how do we accelerate the collaboration across the ecosystem. The construction ecosystem is hyper-fragmented with many decision points along this long value chain. How do we accelerate the collaboration across this value chain is the key question that we need to answer in order to scale up the innovation that is being made in Europe. So there are many examples of success across Europe, but I will use one that is located just outside Paris in France. It's a project called Récigénie. Récigénie is a social housing development, 200 plus units. The vision of the company responsible for this development was to use 100% recycled material where possible. What we did is to build this whole development with 100% recycled concrete, 100% recycled sand, 100% recycled water. So it is possible. Technology made it possible. We had to work with the standardization authorities to get a technical adaptation to be able to respect the norms and the standards in application. It was done, it was envisioned, built, delivered, and sold. So it proves to show that we can do it. The question is, how do we scale that up? How do we get that adopted by other developers that have a similar need? There are huge opportunities in Europe. There is a housing deficit in the majority of cities where we live in Europe. So the opportunities are huge. Let's collaborate, let's exchange, let's also improve the regulatory framework. I think one of the elements where Europe can help is to envision what is a sustainable built environment in Europe. So not being super prescriptive and producing lots of red tape, but more providing a vision. If we are to be 1.5 degree aligned in the construction sector, what if the life cycle performance of a building that needs to be built? That sets the tone, that gives the overall vision, and we in the sector will be able to innovate to respond to those performance in a way that is material neutral, that encompass all technologies, and really push that to the market. For me, the construction sector, which represents 11% of US GDP, which represents 2.2 billion tons globally of mineral waste being produced, which represents 6% of the European workforce, is a sleeping giant. It's often a sector that is forgotten, whereas it is a major lever in terms of economic resilience for Europe. It's a major lever in terms of competitiveness, which is now the number one priority along the overall climate objectives of Europe. It's not enough in the focus. It's not in the competitiveness compass. It was not in the Draghi report. It's not in the Clean Industrial Deal, whereas it's a major sector for Europe. And so I'm really happy that this conference took place. It's the occasion to put construction on the policy map, to put construction as a huge opportunity in terms of competitiveness, industrial innovation, economic resilience, and a massive lever to accelerate decarbonization, to accelerate circularity at scale in Europe, given the scale of the construction activity in Europe. I think we can be bold in terms of construction-related policy making. For example, construction and demolition waste, which we call at Holcim construction and demolition materials. We're still on a relatively old target. By 2020, member states were supposed to recover 70% of it. That's too old. Let's make it 100%. Let's ban the landfilling of construction and demolition materials, because we can reuse, recycle, upcycle 100% of it. And then let's be inspired by what happens in some of the cities. We've heard this morning that the city of Zurich has used public procurement to create a market for recycled materials by demanding that all new buildings use 25% recycled concrete inside. This can be replicated. If it can be done in a European city, it can be done anywhere across Europe. So let's be inspired, let's be bold in our policy making and vision.